You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I find this very interesting. It seems that the WNBA, come hell or high water, do not want to keep the Connecticut Sun in that area up there, Connecticut, Mass, in that general area. Mohegan, where they play, no. And there seems to be a reason for that. It looks like they may want NBA ownership. I've heard the Houston Rockets owner may want to bring the Comets back. We've talked about the fact that Houston, it would be a big deal. Could you imagine Caitlin Clark in Texas, in Houston? Oh, man. They would pack in 20,000 a night. It's a really good basketball city, Houston. Not very far from me either. But the other thing would be, okay, if a player has a $1 million Supermax deal, no state income tax in Texas. Not any in Florida either. But Connecticut, Massachusetts, yeah, that's a thing. Belichick, for the Patriots, come right out and said, Patriots have had trouble back when he was still coaching there, signing free agents due to state income tax. They tried to sign Calvin Ridley a couple years ago as a wide receiver, and he was like, nah, I'm going to Tennessee. No state income tax. This is interesting. States deal with the Mohegan to keep the WNBA Connecticut Sun from moving is nearly dead. Yeah, they're not going to make it there. They have a willing seller. They have a willing buyer. They have the framework of a deal for the state to keep the lead in purchasing a share of the Connecticut Sun, keeping the WNBA basketball team where it's been for 22 years. Despite those facts, the administration of Governor Ned Lamont and the Mohegan tribe are close to concluding a deal. Can't happen because of the opposition from the league. Okay, so the governor and the Mohegan tribe are like, okay, the WNBA is giving us opposition to this deal. According to people familiar with the talks, quote, we've worked really hard to try to go ahead and get a deal. A person familiar with the talks said, it's been many months. It really just does not feel like what we would be able to submit to them would be acceptable to the WNBA. Sources spoke on the condition of anonymity because the talks are ongoing. Under the latest tentative plan, the state, along with private investors, would join forces to buy up to 30% of the team, the sources said. The people involved declined to put a value on that share, but based on earlier bids, it appears by my own calculations, 30% is just under $100 million. Some of that money could come from state employees' pension plans. Wow. Nah, that ain't going to work. A matter of controversy in political circles, I'm sure. Separately, using bond money, the state would build and own a practice facility around $100 million, probably in downtown Hartford, which the team could use. Connecticut Sun would continue to play its home games at Mohegan Sun Arena, not in Hartford, another 2 games per season as the league, under the league rules. It's clear not precisely what the aspect of the framework of the WNBA, which is effectively the arm of the NBA, would find objectable. So, yeah, that's the other thing we don't talk about a lot. Whatever that happens in the WNBA is really by the wishes, and with not a lot of leeway, the wishes of the NBA. All right, let's be honest. The league has not rejected a proposal formally, sources told me. So they have not formally rejected the offer. but everybody involved believes that they will. In fact, the state and tribe have not submitted a complete detailed proposal to the league. The reason sports team transactions in a modern era are ordinarily the result of talks in which the leagues kept apprised of developments. That way, the leagues, in this case, the WNBA, can, in effect, quote, that idea won't fly, go back and try something else. Quote, we thought we had a good deal that fit with every framework of the league that kept the team in the state. One person familiar with the talks told me over the weekend, here's where it gets interesting. Houston or bust. A spokesman for the WNBA did not return an email seeking comment Monday, and the NBA office did not respond. The state and the tribe have praised each other for diligent and good faith work to make a deal happen to keep the team in Connecticut. The impasse is not between them. Put all the pieces together, and it seems there's only one reason why the league would oppose a plan for the tribe to sell a share of the team to a local group led by the governor. The league wants the team in an existing NBA city, preferably controlled by existing NBA owners, and preferably Houston, which WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has singled out as a very desirable location for a team. If that's true, the league could find some reason to block any transaction keeping the team in Connecticut. Quote, they have not formally told us that the only team they want is in Houston, a person familiar with the talk said when I asked if this was true. Interested. Yeah, it's very interesting. WNBA owners are gathering for meetings late Monday and Tuesday. The subject of team locations is a certain topic of conversation. Philadelphia, Detroit, Cleveland have all been approved for expansion by NBA owners backing new teams. It goes on to talk about how great an investment this is. Well, you would have, I don't know where they would play these games in Houston necessarily, but Dallas draws okay attendance, but they don't play in American Airlines Arena unless you know who's coming to town. Caitlin Clark. Paige Beckers, nah. They didn't move those games to where the Mavericks are playing. In fact, from a lot of the numbers I've seen, I mean, it pretty much just stayed flatlined. Again, unless the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark are coming to town. This is interesting. I know I've heard that the Houston Rockets owner wants to bring I would assume they will call it the Comets back, because I believe they believe there's a path to some kind of profit now. Media rights deal. Again, that's what drives the money. Attendance, meh. Gate revenue, yeah. Merchandising, nah. I mean, yeah, sure. It's ancillary money. It's that big fat $2.2 billion media rights deal that is driving this. That is a path to profitability for the first time ever. Because, Sheryl Swoopes, by the way, played in Houston. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.